Morning, everybody. How are you today? Today is Monday, the 29th, is it? I think it's the 29th today. And we are drawing and painting succulents. I have a bunch of images that have been gathered through our Patreons, and I'm just going to pull them up. Let's have a look. I'm going to put lock screen on so it doesn't disappear on me. And so these are some of the images that we have. If you're just joining, welcome. I am just going to click here so that I can see everybody who's here. I'm on the wrong page. It's Monday and we only have 3 more days of this month left. And then we move into June. Good morning, C. Hi, Julie. How are you both? All right, so these are just a couple of the images that I did this weekend. My daughter had a dance comp this weekend, so I didn't get too much done. I wasn't able to join Gail and August Wren's live, but I saw some of the amazing images that were produced, and so I kind of just did one on my own because I did sign up for it, so I got the reference pictures, and I thought that was quite fun. And then Beth, she started a new club called the Introvert Drawing Club, and it was really interesting. So this weekend they had their first meet, and you don't talk, and you can chat in the chat, but you don't have your video on, and you're on mute, so you can do your own thing, and if you're eating lunch, you can have your lunch, and you don't have to have that pressure of talking. So we worked from some really lovely images. And where's the other one that I did? Oh, this one. Oops, almost knocked my water over. Yeah, this one was a longer pose, and this one too, which I didn't finish. I may finish today, and this one as well. But I posted those on my reels. So today it is Succulent Day, and good morning. Hi, Laura. Hi, Janice. I thought that I would do a whole bunch of succulents on one page. So I'm going to just line this up, and then I'm going to tape it up and create small succulents in little pots with painted and colorful backgrounds. I'm not sure if I'm going to use gouache or if I'm going to use watercolor, but that's my plan today. So I'm going to prep this page, so if you want to do something similar you can, or if you just want to do a picture of a succulent you can as well. There is such a big delay today, like it's crazy. Crazy. Anyway, so yeah, so here is where I'm at. I'm just gonna line this up, and then I can tape it up. I just got a whole roll of new tape at the weekend, so I was using this one and it was tearing my pages, so this one is much better for this. So I'm going to probably put a strip in the middle, a strip middle vertical, and a strip horizontal, and then I will section it off from there. So we're drawing succulents, but this is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm eyeing it. I'm not measuring because that's not something that I do. I could have, but I don't, which is why I'm not a good baker. But my meringues did turn out, and my phone completely ran out of battery. I could have got my husband's, I guess, to take a photo, but I didn't, so I ended up not getting photos of my eaten mess, but I'll make it again. It was very delicious. A little bit too sweet though. I'm more of a savory person, so it yeah, it was a little bit too sweet. Good morning, Janice. Did I say good morning to you, Janice? Hi, Laura. I said good morning also to Laura, didn't I? And hello, Marianne. Nice of you to join. This morning I have my 8-week foundations course starting. It is just once a week, but there's lots of images for you to work on throughout the week. And today is all about proportioning. So each week we're going to approach a different topic, and I will show you how I go about little tricks and things that I've learned along my journey and how to ooh, that one ripped, in how to approach a subject matter. So this week is proportioning. I think next week is values. Then we'll also be doing portraits, landscapes. Oh gosh, I can't remember all the other topics. I can have a look what we've got because I just created a Padlet for everybody. So we have proportions this week, value studies next week, we've got a color week, portraits, still life studies, landscapes, urban settings, and figurative. So each week we'll be doing something different. It'll be fast paced in the way that we will be doing a lot, but because it's just focused on one thing, I think it'll be really good for a lot of people just to zone into that one subject. Anyway, that you're still able to sign up for that if you are interested in signing up. Oh look, this is totally like higher than this one. That's okay. If you are interested in signing up, then please do before 9 o'clock so that I can send you everything for today. If you can't make today and you still want to sign up, don't worry, like I will send you the replay. All right, let's have a look. Hi, Nikki C, how are you? Okay, we're drawing succulents today, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to do little postcards of many different succulents because we got a lot of images. So I'm going to sketch them all out. I'm going to do a 1-minute sketch per succulent and then work on them. So if you guys are up for that, I did add this image, which was really cool because you can zoom in and see many different types of succulents. I like these kind of images. So we've got that one, then this one. Maybe I'll start with this one. I'll just leave the image here. If you are a Patreon, the images are in the Patreon Padlet. Good morning, Janan. How are you? All right, so I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute, and we're going to do 1-minute drawings. And I mean, it'd be kind of fun to do them all in different mediums, wouldn't it? Well, I'm going to draw them all with one certain medium, and then maybe, yeah, paint them with different mediums or draw them with different mediums. I think that'd be kind of great. Okay, I have a fluorescent which I really like, so I'm going to do a fluorescent sketch of all of them. Okay. Janan, how's your daughter doing at art school? Okay, your 1 minute starts now. I'm going to start over here. I want to make it quite big. maybe I'll just do mixed medium so they're all, because I think I'm going to have to work on many at once. I think I'll just do mixed medium. I was going to do all of them in different mediums, but I think I will, that's going to be, it'll take too long, and I'd like to get them finished for this morning. If you have time in your 1 minute and you want to go on to your next one, please do. This is super bright. I kind of like it though. It's nice. Okay, I didn't get time for another one, so we have, your 1 minute is up, and I'm going to do another one, and your minute starts now. So I'm going to, this one is a little bit longer, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten the part so it's to your own artistic discretion, that you can change you know, something about this, the piece that you're drawing, whether it's the part that you want to change. Not sure why my wrist is hurting so much this morning. I should have chose something different to sketch them out in. This is definitely going to be more of a painted morning, because although we have a lot of drawing to do today in art class. Round that slightly more. That's your minute. So 1 minute seems to be a good amount of time. And your next minute starts now. I'm going to make this one low as well. Because there needs to be the flower plus the cactus. Is a cactus, is this, would you say this is a succulent too or not? I don't know, like it seemed like I put succulent in the search engine and this came up as well. So I'm not sure if it's truly a succulent, or is this classified as a cactus? And is there a difference? Are cactuses succulents? Janan says she's doing well last week of classes. She graduates high school this week. Yay! Oh, fantastic. That's crazy too. Fantastic and crazy. Alright, my cactuses or succulents are getting a little bit larger. Anybody knowledgeable about succulents and cactuses? Laura's having her coffee. Alright, let's do this one, and your minute starts now. Kind of like the container, it's kind of cute. Let's put this. Do I do all of these? No, I think I'm just going to do one, and I can use something else also for another one. I want to get this one in that has the little flowers on the edges here. And then the purple flower here. Next one, this one with a little rope around it. Alright, and your next minute starts now. I'm going to make this one a little bit more squat as well. Not put as much rope around it. And get this leaf in first. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, just to give it a little bit more impact. All right, and our next one, this one here, and move this over here. All the images I find on unsplash.com. Who's painting with this, by the way? Your minute started. I'm gonna have to make my little container a little bit smaller, and then bring this over this side so I can see a little bit of the container on the other side, and just fill the space up with the succulent. And oh, I have a whole bunch, but I'm gonna do this one first. This one I do need to modify it a little bit, and your minute starts now. Now if you want to do more, if you want to do less than this, that's fine. Or if you're doing a whole, I don't know, window scene or image, which doesn't require taping off and creating little postcards, that's fine too. C says she's painting and Janan is sketching. Great. All right, and one more, and then I can start painting. I have all these little colorful ones. They're super cute, and I think I'm gonna just choose maybe the little pink one here. Did we find out whether cactuses were succulents? Because I'm drawing a whole bunch of cactuses as well, I think. But they could be classed as succulents, I'm just not sure. Or is a succulent also is a cactus in the succulent family? Because it doesn't need much water and it just absorbs the humidity from around itself. I don't know. I don't know. The Google Queen is not here, Alexandra, I don't think. Jana says, I'm working on a Roadrunner first, then I'll work on succulents. Ah, yes. I haven't done my Roadrunner yet. I have to do that. Okay. We have all our images. So I'm going to paint backgrounds. I'm going to paint, maybe I'll use acrylic inks. Acrylic inks are fun as well. I'm going to put all of these on a table or on a surface. So I'm going to have a background for the tabletop, like a color for the tabletop and a color for the background. And then I want to, I think the shadow will come afterwards, like I don't have to do that right now. Okay, so I'm going to do all the backgrounds. I'm going to give myself 5 minutes to do all the backgrounds. And your 5 minutes, I don't even know what colors I'm using. Your 5 minutes starts now. Maybe I will, So the succulents are green, a lot of them. So I think I'm going to go with a color which is going to just pop. So I have this fluorescent, it's called fluorescent red, I'm not sure if it's actually fluorescent, but it's the one that I'm going to be using. So I need to get all my backgrounds and my ground color painted in 5 minutes. Do you think I can do that? Not sure. Did everybody else have a good weekend? What did you guys get up to? Anything fun? Interesting? Did you travel anywhere? I guess Janice, you just came back from a travel. Cactus are succulents. Thank you, Janice. Yay. Thank goodness, because, you know, half of mine look like cactuses, so that's a good thing. I would love this to be a little bit more solid. It definitely isn't very solid. The fluorescents are not super opaque. I guess I could add white to it, but I'm going to see how it looks with the succulents. How long have we got? We've got 2 minutes left. Ooh, I gotta speed up. I have to quicken up. I said 5 minutes to do. I may just get the backgrounds, and then I have to do the foreground, the table that they're sitting on. Minutes. I always think it's so much longer than it actually is. If you're just joining, we're painting succulents today. A nice relaxed Monday morning. This fluorescent ink is not super fluorescent, although it is like, I did put a fluorescent Prismacolor down first as well. Maybe they'll just be little fluorescent paintings. And it may change completely once I've painted the succulents. It may completely change. See, I don't know if going over, let me see if I go over slightly, like another coat over here, I don't think it's going to get too much more fluorescent. Okay, so I'm going to do the bases, and I think I'm going to do them in yellow. C says, we mostly in recovery mode here watched some lovely but powerful dance routines yesterday. Thank you, C. And Janan said, we went to MamaCon, an animation convention was able to see Don Bluth, 85 years young, animated character creator for many Disney films, Anastasia, An American Tail, lots more. Oh, how fun. Very cool. Thank you, Jen. Okay, I'm just going to give us 2 minutes just to do the floor or whatever tabletop your succulents are sitting on. Should not take too long. I'm doing them all in the same color, but they are going to all be different. I can't have them all the same. I was going to do them all in different mediums, but then I thought, no, I'm not going to get them finished if I don't do these all in the same medium. So whenever I'm using green and I need to use green on another one, I will be flip-flopping between one little image and another little image, so I'm not getting all wrangled up in using different mediums. Okay, still have a minute left, so that only took a minute. The greens, I do have to mix up a green, even if I'm going to be using inks, I do have to mix a green, because the green that I have this fluorescent green, which is definitely not the green that I want, and then I also have this green, which doesn't give me a color. Why doesn't it give me a color? There should be a color on here, and I think it's completely empty. There's a touch of green there, but that's okay. I can use yellow and I can use blue to mix my green. So I'm going to try this. Get a palette out and get some yellow. That's your 2 minutes, so I'm running into basically adding here. So I'm going to try the processed cyan and see how this, I'm going to put it in a different pot. Clean my brush off and then see when I pick up the yellow, see, oh, it's quite, I think I need to add one, I need to add white, and then I also need to add maybe a touch of red. And I have a touch of red over here because it spilt a little bit. So let's get that fluorescent. That may have dulled it down a little bit. And then white, that white is empty. Jen, did you have a good weekend? So we have 2 more days of this month. We have beavers tomorrow and then birds on Wednesday. So if anybody wants to join me for either of those, you're more than welcome. I like having people in the morning. Okay, so let's have a look at this color. I don't mind that color. I'm going to take a little bit of it and add a little bit more blue. And then take a little bit of it and add some more yellow. I want lots of different greens and a little bit more white. Let's see. And I'm going to take my brush and just mix it in to here. And then also mix a more of a blue. So on all the succulents that have, for example, these leaves that are behind, and then I have some in the foreground, I'm going to work on the behind leaves first. The behind leaves, the leaves that are in the background. hard to talk and paint in the morning sometimes. Let's do this one back here. I mean, they're all different succulents, even if I'm using the same colors for all of them. Some will be a little bit different in tone. I don't love this brush for details. It's great for filling in, but it's too wobbly and wonky for details. Okay, I'm going to get some. I just got to make it work though, because it's loaded up with paint and I can use the rest that's on here without changing and cleaning my brush. And, oh, in between here I can put some stripes. I also have to think about different pots that I want to do. I may bring in some Posca pens as well to get some details on some of these. Okay, and here, oops, let's change the color a little bit. So these are acrylic inks that I'm using. They're beautiful, opaque, covering. The fluorescents don't really cover that much or that well. So I'd probably rethink doing the background. Okay, I'm going to get some different colors, different greens on these different succulents here. I'm just keeping it super simple, it doesn't have to be really complicated. These could be made into little gift cards. I'm sure there are lots of puns regarding succulents or cactuses. That you could write underneath. Okay, you may have to work a little bit on this one with details over the top and get some better contrast in that one. I feel like I need a little bit more white. Let's take a different brush and add that. Hello Martina, how are you? It's succulent day today, so I'm just playing around with some acrylic inks and creating some little postcards. Ah, yeah, that's a good succulent color. Trying to get some different colors in here. Some of them are bleeding a little bit into others. You can always come back to that. They definitely aren't drying as fast as I would want them to. I think because I put too much paint on here. I'll probably take that off and use it elsewhere. I need, I think, one to be a little bit more, a little darker. But I think I'll come back over some of them with a darker green. Or maybe just light, putting extra light areas is enough. We'll see. Okay, need some lighter areas here. Okay, definitely need some lighter values in, so I'm going to use the white and just highlight some of these cactuses, succulents. Some at the front here. How are we doing for time? Oh, we've got 20 minutes left. That's not long. I better start boogieing. And I can lighten some of these as well, just where they probably could catch the light. A little bit on the tops of the succulent leaves. This, I need some darker tones. I don't know if the light is going to do too much. Maybe it did bring out a little bit. And on this one, all right. Do I need, I think I need a little bit of a darker shade, so I'm going to take my blue and definitely add a little bit. I mean, looking in the camera, there is quite a lot of contrast, but I still think it needs a little bit. This blue is not very dark. I need like a, maybe I'll add a little bit of sepia. My sepia is almost done too. Oh yeah. Let's see. That's not really dark enough. I thought I had, oh, I think I do. I have another sepia. Add this. And then I have to do the pots and then the flowers. And I'm just going to add a little bit in here. Get that contrast in. And take a note underneath these. between this one as well. And just put the whole bottom part much darker. What is everybody working with? I know that, see, you said you're painting. What are you painting with? Is Meryl here this morning? Painting things like this I find super relaxing. It's not necessarily like, you know, images that are gonna inspire me, like painting wise, or not really inspire me, but I just think it's really good practice to do things like this and focus on like all the different values and really look at where the lights and darks are. I've completely closed the images so that I could just work on from memory where things are, like light, how it would capture the succulents. So it doesn't always have to be from life. The acrylic inks are great too because you can blend. It's just like a very thin version of acrylic, which I really like. And I like the high contrast as well of these. I am going to, I think, soften this one for sure. Just soften the edges here. Maybe darken. I still have this dark. Maybe just darken in the behind here a little bit. That makes the light of the ones in front pop out. Alright, I do want shadows, and I probably am just going to use ooh, that splattered a little bit, the blue that I've got here. Oh no. C says, goodness, I hit a wrong spot and lost connection for a bit. Okay, I have shadow coming from this side, so I'm going to paint, or light coming from the other side, rather. Oh, and maybe I'll just make that pot blue as well. And maybe I'll put a blue flower on top. I'm going to get another brush for my white so that I can blend this pot while I'm doing it. Here. clean up the edges a little bit. There's a lot of paint on here. I can probably use some of this paint on some of the other images. Let's get the shadows in. Because these pieces are just so little, the shadows are not going to be, some of them are going to be going off the page. Have to take into account the cactus at the top too, or the succulent. We're not going to see much of them though with these. It does ground the pots a little bit though, which I like. Thank you, C. I think they make good little gift cards. Maybe teachers, for teachers. I can add them to a card. Right, when you cut them out. Maybe I'll cut this one out so you can see. Okay, I need to clean this edge up. Make this edge a little bit wider, and I think I can make the pot slightly bigger as well on this side. How are we doing for time? Oh, we still have 11 minutes. That's good. How are you guys doing with your succulents? A little white. Oh. These little white flowers along the edges here. Or beginnings of flowers. It's time to stand, everybody. Oh, so my watch says. We have 10 minutes left and then I will stand. All right, I'm gonna change color of the pot. Although I kind of like the blue one, I think I should do another color. Maybe a fluorescent orange one. All right. Let's maybe, I'm going to use some gouache actually for the pots now because I need to get a few different colors on here. So let's have a look. I can still mix, I think, some acrylic ink, like if I want to use the white, for example. This is a dark pink that I'm using from the Caran d'Ache gouache set. Just going to mix a little bit of this pink. Oh, I think I splattered some white on there. Let's clean that up quickly. Some of these succulents, if you study them, some of them have like stripes, so you could, and I think probably would have been better with white stripes, but I'm going to create all different ones. Let's put a little bit more of this dark pink here. So remember placement of your shadow and how the pot is painted is important. So if the shadow is on the left hand side, you need to make sure that the shadow of the pot is also on the left hand side. I think I need it a little bit darker. I'm going to put a little bit of blue in here. Whoops. This week is a busy week, so not only do we have the foundations class starting today, if anybody wants to join, there's still time to join. The foundations class starts at 10 a.m. this morning. Then we have virtual art retreat on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then we have, I have 2 birthdays this week. Both my girls have their birthdays, and can't believe it, are turning 19 and 17. It's crazy. Okay, the light on that one, I need to fix the light on that one, but not sure if I should fix it. Let me try fixing it now. I'm going to just put some more white in my palette. A little bit better, I think. I'm going to keep this dark under here though. Alright, so I have 2 right now. I don't think I'm going to get them all done. I could definitely add colours a little bit quicker though. Let's do that. I just want to block out the colours. Which is this one, like a terracotta color. This should be dark definitely in there. I'll do that in a minute once it starts drying a little bit. There's always that right consistency where you can blend the two together. So I'll wait on that. Let's do a kind of like a yellowy chartreuse pot, maybe light green. And then do that one down here. This one needs a bit of white as well, because it's quite translucent. Bye, Janan. Have a good day. Wish your daughter a great day as well. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of white on this side just to brighten this. Okay. I like this color, so I'm going to take this color and put it up here as well. The nice thing about working with a lighter color like yellow is that you can always come out over the top with like a pattern or something like that. I think doing things like this, it makes the week start off in a nice way, just more relaxing. Oh my goodness, it's 59. I'm going to take the tape off so you can see what they look like, and then I will finish them later. I think they also need a little bit more rendering. Let's try and salvage some of the tape. I'm just going to stick it on the side of my table so I can use it at a later date. You have to figure out which one you put down last. It's like that game of, what is it called, those sticks? Because you can't lift one without having the other one first. Ooh, sorry about the wobble. And this one. Well, kind of 8 in 1 hour, but yes. It, I would say I probably have at least another hour, maybe hour and a half to work on these. Like, I'm not going to have the time this morning, but I will probably work on them a little bit more and put some details on, and but they're fun. Then you can cut them out, and I'll show you just quickly what one would look like. Probably have to cut one of the sides. I have a piece of card to show you, but then you would cut the edges to be all similar, or I quite like, well, some of them won't be able to do this, but I quite like having the bottom a little bit longer so you can put a title, and yeah, then you can render it, and I think they're really sweet. Thanks everybody, have a really good morning, have a good day, have a good start to your week, and I will be back tomorrow with beavers. You know, the little animals, because we're still on flora and fauna, and maybe we'll look at beaver dams and beavers and create some little characters. All right, take care. Have a good day. Bye.